Hello everyone, my name is ArizenjiTSF and I go by Mail as well, and I have a special guest here that I mentioned in the last video that I was planning on bringing on, and this is my good buddy Grod. Say hello to the people.
Hey, my name is Grod, and I'm happy to be here. It's gonna be my first time ever being on a kind of showish type of situation, so this is gonna be fun.
Yes, because we were talking about it on Discord, like at 4 a.m. the other night,
Yeah.
and he was like, asked me how I was doing and stuff like that. I felt bad because we haven't talked in a while, so I was like, yeah, let's shoot him a few texts. I was talking about, yeah, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing content creating and stuff like that. He was like, bro, send me that link. So I'm just like, okay, I sent the link. Kid you not, I thought like he was gonna be like, oh, this is cool. He fucking said I was cute in one of my damn videos. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Because it was cute. At least like not in like a teasing way, but like as in like a human such cute that seeing you enjoying what you're doing.
But yeah,
I don't really see that in a lot of people nowadays.
Yeah, and I was like very struck by it and so that, so I'm just like, god damn it. And then when I looked at it, I was like, it was kind of cute, and it didn't help because my latest video exposes more cuteness, so I'm just like, fuck. So yeah, it's just more cute. So
yeah.
So in this particular video, we were talking about different topics that I wanted to do and stuff like that, and I explained to them what this was about by giving wisdom, a bit of debate and other stuff, and there was so much other reasons behind this show. I keep calling it a show, but I'm just gonna call it a show. And he said that do you invite people on here, right? Because I'm pretty sure you said that one of the texts said, do I plan on inviting people on here? I said yes. It's both solo and with friends and stuff like that. And he said, can I be on it? And I was like, dude, you can be on it anytime you want. The sky's the limit when it comes to this.
And funny enough, I was like joking. And I was all like, let me on. I was like, yeah, I was like, oh shit.
I was like, yeah, you can be on the show. He was like, oh, well, fuck, let's alright. So yeah, so we were talking about topics and stuff like that. And first we was gonna do Lost, but as you see in the last video, that's already been taken, because that could have been the solo, or like with that, I might do a revised version of that with other people.
Yeah, I got questions.
Yeah, so but this one is about emptiness, where you're feeling a bit hopelessness, just feeling absolutely nothing, just feeling like shit, just sheer nothing. That's basically what it is. And Grod right here is my great example of that, because he goes through a lot on a daily basis. He also works. What type of job do you do again, outside of like just
Retail?
Yeah, he does retail work. So there are times that he gets like a lot of shit and stuff like that. There's some experiences that he had that was like a bit like, oh, great. So, and there's also been other times that he's just mental. Yeah, there's been other mental times and stuff like that. So how I'm gonna start it is we're gonna go from the beginning when you start feeling this. So let's dive into the part where you were start feeling these emotions when you were getting older.
Well, funny enough, when I was in middle school and stuff, like I was just going through like mad, like I don't know why, but like my mind and that mentitude, just like having no friends and all this other stuff, just like brings me down a lot to where I just couldn't like focus in school. Felt like I wasn't gonna make it for some reason.
Yeah,
it was like 14-year-old me. And I was just like, man, what is gonna happen? Until all of a sudden my family was like, all right, we're moving to this state. We're moving to this state. And I'm just like, okay. And in the beginning, since I moved into this state, because I want to give out information,
through middle school, I did get some friends, but I still like had like that sheer like emptiness in me to where like I just couldn't really like try anything. Like I just didn't feel like I wanted to do anything and all that stuff. But I did do good in school, but
throughout the times, like my life was getting like better and better, and I was kind of happy for that. And that emptiness was slowly fading away. But as of recently, yeah, it's been in the back of my mind to where I'm just like, where am I gonna go? Like in my life, am I just gonna stay like this for the rest of my life, or am I gonna go somewhere? Am I just gonna flop down, just give up, and all that jazz?
Right.
It's tough sometimes, but I usually find an outing, like finding like something that will keep me like focused and like have determination to keep going. Like right now I have like my niece that's like, she just makes me like happy all the time. Like whenever like, because my sister and my family like comes visit me whenever I'm working, and all of a sudden I just hear my name, I just turn around and I see like my niece just running to me, and I just like pick her up and hold her and all this stuff, and she'll just like hug me, and that like fills me with some happiness and actually like a goal to see like how she'll grow up and then what she'll become and all that.
That's so sweet.
So that's like a that's like a mindset right now that's like going on. So I'm just like, all right, gotta focus on trying to take care of the people that I actually want to take care of. So that's why I've been like messaging you and like others, just like make them feel like they're wanted and to where they don't feel alone in dark times and all that jazz. So I try my best to like just like be out there saying like, hey, you have a person that you can talk to.
Yeah.
At least try.
Yeah, I try to do the same thing with you because I felt bad like in most cases where I did not message you at certain cases because I was like busy with stuff or like was not really up to it and stuff like that, and many other stuff. There was like many things that was happening a little bit, but I don't want to make it sound like it's excuses. I generally do feel bad. I like the point that you made where when you're feeling empty, usually the people around you, like your family for instance, brought you that closure when you were feeling that empty side for a very long time and you wasn't doing too well mentally. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't really realize too much, that sometimes, you know, opening up to other people and, you know, gaining that support, and also like to the people that you trust, of course, to really be there for you, because it goes a very long way. You don't have to be alone. And usually when it comes to society nowadays, when it comes to the mental health things like that, people mainly feel empty a lot due to the fact they've been alone and they don't feel like they ever felt that closure, that feeling, that what's the word, that connection, or feel like wanted by other people sometimes, because there are times that people do wish they feel valid and feel wanted in society sometimes. And how things are nowadays, especially in 2022, it's very, very chaotic and very cruel nowadays. And
it can be,
and it sucks a lot, especially, and it's very, very hard. It's very hard for people,
especially for the the majority of the people that get affected by it are, not to start anything, but majority of it's like the male side, because they're raised to just be like, you're a dude, you're supposed to take it, man up, you'll be fine. But majority of times it's not alright.
So sometimes it's not alright, but
you are a person, you're a human being.
But also another thing I wanted to bring up is
anything different.
Another thing I want to bring up is that there are times that, even though it's like a cruel fact, it is necessary for us to actually do grow up and stuff like that, because do you know this psychological speech teller? He's very good. I like his debates and stuff like that. His name is Jordan Peterson. You know about him? He does a lot of talking about other
the guy that,
topics.
Like,
I think
I know what you mean. Like the dude.
He's a perfect example where he knows the pain and struggle, and he's like, it's still not okay just to put a very high pedestal on us, but also at the same time, it is necessary for us to actually be grown up and be that guy, be that monster that he talks about, making a monster out of yourself. So that's how you can be that necessary like front line for people, because it's necessary and it's needed for us as men to really be out there and doing things, because the majority of the stuff that was created from us is majority men. But I'm not trying to get into gender stuff like that. It's just like, granted, it's a mental thing. We're talking about mental things, but like, you know, sometimes men work themselves to death and stuff like that. So you have to think about the mental strength they had to go through in order to do that. Now, I'm not saying women can't do it, but when it comes to the certain jobs that I'm seeing nowadays, men mostly do it because it's a lot of heavy lifting and it's a lot of crazier other stuff.
Like in mining and situations,
yes,
like down there, men are like breathing in all that fumes and other bad stuff in order to give us the minerals and stuff that we use to make like phones or computers or like fans or TVs or anything like that.
Yes.
It's majority of the time is like people in hard labor do give back to the people that need it the most.
Yes.
And women can do it too. But for majority of very bad,
if we're talking about the core of holding up society and make sure everything is built, you're right, hardworking men. Now, women do a lot of extraordinary things as well, the logical side of things, and it's great. Yes. But also sometimes they feel they go through a lot of mental puzzles as well. And when it comes to their empty side of things, God, I really wish I had brought a woman on the show about that. I might have to do that next time. But when it comes to women, oh, dude, when it comes to them, they go through chest when it comes to like their own mental demons and stuff like that, because sometimes they want to be that evil side of them, but also at the same time they're trying to be that good person. And oh man, it's rough out here. It's really rough, and it's so bad sometimes depending on the person. And I know some that are like happy a good bit, but they're still suffering, so they usually drink a lot, maybe sometimes smoke even, just like it's not a good life out here, man. It's very tough. It's very tough.
Moral of the story, everybody does suffer. Nobody's a special case. Get that.
We're all the same, even though it might not be on the same level as you guys.
We're all the same. We're
all the same.
We all share the exact same blood.
So back to your way of emptiness. I actually felt that type of way in middle school when I was struggling through school as well. I actually nearly almost failed 8th grade. Was it 8th grade or 7th grade? I can't remember. It was 7th grade because I wasn't mentally like there. I just felt like I wasn't wanted. I felt like garbage all the time. I couldn't really feel that. And even if I had friends, I didn't open up to them at all about this, even though we're basically in the same boat. And I kind of wish I did back then, because majority of us were in that same boat and we didn't open up to each other about it at all, because we were so stuck in that mindset being like, we gotta grow up one of these days and we gotta, like, you know, battle our own demons by ourselves. And that's when it doesn't really have to be that way. It can be with a partner or with friends, a group of friends, you know. To be honest, I want to be that guy to, like, if you're going through something, I want to be like, hey, you going through some stuff? Come on, let's go hang out. Want to get a couple drinks or something, you know? Or, you know, go get some jokes or something. Like, I kind of want to be that guy. And also, I like being, you know, wise and giving wisdom to those people, and also telling them, hey, it might be bad right now, but trust me, when you're going through this, you're gonna learn from it and get better and stronger from it, and you're gonna become way better. Because I like guiding people in the right direction and stuff like that. I like being that guy that you can lean on a good bit and also help out a good standard a few times. And the point of the series, I'm so glad I'm making this series. This series is so fucking amazing. Is that I give off, like, hey, we're all the same.
That cares.
The person that cares, yeah. And I think that you can do it. It's okay, and it's all right. You will get through it one way or another, and there's other people out here. I even have someone on this show right here, right in front of me, that also knows probably my same pain, but probably on a different level. And yet we still connect to each other a good way, no matter what the scenario is. I'm friends with a lot of people that go through a lot of shit. A lot. I know I'm dating someone right now that's going through a lot of shit. But yet I still like support them, so that, and me giving them that love and affection actually got them through the day a lot, and it just really helped them a long mile away. So when you're saying, "Oh, I can't help that person," their level is too severe than mine. I don't even know how to help them, dude. Just going out of your way, just at least showing that you care, takes them. It really boosts up their day.
It takes that first step. It takes that first step.
So, as of now,
like in order for them to like actually be like, oh.
Yeah, as of now, a lot of people underestimate that first like interaction. Like, hey, just letting you know that you're loved, and even throwing a compliment nowadays to a person really goes a long way. You have no idea. They might say like, "Oh, I guess," and all, but deep down inside, they're happy that you said that, because nobody else would have said that, but you. And they're happy that you said it, because at least like you gave them a break a bit and actually gave them a bit of hope and having a nice like time with it. So yeah, it's so great. Yeah.
It's basically to that, whenever you like what you said, compliment or like do that thing, is basically to where they're like in like a very dark space, but then all of a sudden you see that little tiny bright light right there, and so that like shows them that like, hey, actually that actually matters, and that's what like can drive a person to like stay more into the world and like be focused on things like their goals and all that things and their dreams. So that's what I try to do. Like I have but I have like a
no, keep going. I like
dude
this.
that's
this
like a brother to me. Yeah, no, you're good. But I have a dude that's in my life. He's like a brother to me since I've been like middle school. Like at first, I thought him like was like as a friend that was just gonna mislead like all my rest of my friends that happened and back where I used to live. But then, no, he's straight up stayed. To this very day, he is still my friend, and we still hang out like all the time. But he has his moments of when he goes through dark periods, and I'm just like, oh man. Just so you know, I'm always here for you, no matter what. I will always, like, never, like, want to hang out with you or anything.
You know.
And all that. And there was...
Fuck! Okay. My shit was laggy.
Okay, now you're good.
I will edit that out. It doesn't matter.
Cut that
I don't think...
video. Yeah.
I don't think they got majority of that, so just try to re-summarize it again.
Yeah, no.
I think my cord was like falling out, so I lost a link to my computer.
Oh no. But so my friend, his family and him are kind of like on odds end. But I told him like, hey, he and all that jazz. But I remember one night I straight up like watching like some very like emotional videos and stuff, like on YouTube Shorts and stuff. And some of them were like Mike Tyson, like how like tragic his life was. So just like, man, Mike Tyson was in the dark too and all that shit. Because it was like after we had that conversation, and I was just like looking at videos, and then I like found out about like what happened with Mike Tyson's daughter and all that jazz. But further along the time, I straight up told my friend, I was like, my man, he's like, yeah, what's up? I straight up said,
holy shit.
It's like, no matter whatever. But I told him like, hey man, just I want you to know this. If you're ever thinking of like anything bad in your life, like if you just feel like you're in the dark, just know that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and just don't focus on any negativity or your self-doubt or anything like that.
Right.
I just want you to know that I am always here for you, in spirit or in any type of way. I'll always be there for you no matter what. And I shit you not, my homie, he started crying. I was like, man, don't start crying or else I'll start crying.
But you see, that's that connection,
Like, it
and
got like
that
very
helps out with the
emotional.
empathy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy how in society nowadays that where we're told to be like, man up, this and that, or like, hey, not everyone's gonna help, so you're going to be, stuff like that. There are times that people want that closure, no matter what it is. Like, I understand you're trying to train them to be, like, ready for this type of stuff, but sometimes being like cruel to them all the time or telling them this and that when they're feeling this empty feeling all the time, it's not helping. You're just only making it worse, and society is just not gonna make it any easier for him. At that point, you're just ruining him, and then afterwards he's not gonna see that good light that he always wanted, even if like you wanted better for him. And then everyone's grim, and usually nowadays in society everyone's technically grim because not everyone got that same closure and things like that where they want to be validated and stuff like that. And it sucks. Not even, I guarantee you, if there was a norm right now that goes around in society where we at least give each other one compliment a day, I'm pretty sure the whole society itself would be a bit better than it was today, or even better as a whole. So
yeah, hell yeah, I wish that. Like, I try to whenever I work at my job, I always like comment.
Difficult.
Yeah, I always compliment everybody. I always treat them like they're a person, not just like a person that like, hey, go do this and all that jazz. I try to like at least like give somebody like that bump in their step. For them to feel like happy and like feeling like they're appreciated for the hard work they do. I know. I try to.
Yeah.
But during that time to where I took the longest break, I was just going like through like a lot of stuff in my mind of like I said, like my work and like how I feel nowadays. And just sometimes I just don't feel like, sometimes it's just me, I just don't feel welcomed like in any way. Like, I feel like I'm like intruding on other people's stuff if I'm like joining a world or something like that. I ain't saying you because you'd be like, what's up? But no.
Dude, I always try to make it look at welcome, bro. Like, you deserve it, bro. Plus, you was like one of my very first friends that I've met on VR chat, like one of the amongst like early stages and stuff like that.
I was like, wait a minute. I was like, I remember seeing this dude like when he had like a fresh dough like fucking skin on. I was like, wait a minute. Now look at you. Now you got all this cool stuff on you and all that jazz.
Yeah, I'm still making one for you, though.
I've seen how much you've grown.
I
know. It just takes time.
Yeah.
It takes time.
But things happen along the years, huh? It's crazy.
Oh yeah. Time flies by when you're least expected.
Yeah.
Like how like some friendships still stay strong even if you like take a break. When I was like in my zone of just like emptiness, there was a few people that still like made it out to me, and I feel appreciated for that. I was like, man, I thought these dudes didn't care.
Oh, trust me, they did. They cared, man.
Yeah. Except for one, but I'm not gonna name it. But
we don't talk about that one.
Shit happened. No, we don't. Shit just happens.
Yeah.
And life and all that jazz. So we as a whole, as a human race, have to be there for one another. Like what you said.
Yeah.
It's just hard to like try to be in our life when they want nobody to be in it.
Yes, and that is.
But like you said, as soon as like you give them like that compliment, as soon as like you give them that compliment or like make them feel like they're wanted and all that stuff, it goes a long way. Like the majority of the time, like I felt like nobody like cared for me and all that stuff until I could get like numerous messages from like
you thought, bitch.
Or from my
you thought.
or from my brother, from another mother.
You
and
thought.
Some other people, like it's sort of like built me back up to where I felt like I can be back into the group that I used to felt like I wasn't even a part of.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just it's just my mindscape of just feeling like forgotten and just like unwelcome, to where like it like basically build myself inward, to where I just like I don't want to go back out and just try to be like what I used to be, like all like rambunctious and up in your face like type of friendship and all that. But yeah, it just I don't know. Just a lot of.
It's hard to explain, but it's so like crazy though.
Yeah, like after finding out that my grandmother passed away.
Oh yeah, that was a tough time for you.
Yeah, I straight up shut myself out from anybody. There's one person that tried to like be back in my life, saying like, "Hey, how you doing?" All that jazz. And I'm just like, "Don't talk, just don't." And it was like, "Why? What's wrong?" And I'm just like, "I just don't care anymore." Like I was like in like a very like deep depression, because she was like close to me in my life, like as much as she could, because she lived in where I used to live, and I lived down here, and so just a lot of just like it sucked. Just going through all that, I just felt like empty. Like I just felt like I just couldn't really do things. Even my boss was like, "You okay, dude? Oh, you okay, girl?" And I was just like, cut that a little bit. But I straight up told him like, "No, I'm not okay. I'm in a very emotional state right now." You know, to where like if somebody were to say something to me,
a lot of editing. Just be sure, because
take it too long though.
Well, I'm probably going to like do like text like spots in there, because like there are times that your mic is lagging a bit, but I'll try my best to edit like what you were trying to say in there. It's the map, I guess. I don't know. I said fuck it, we're doing it on this map because I really like this damn map. So, but next time I'm going to pick a better optimal map. I just wanted this map because I like this map a lot.
Yeah.
But continue though.
It's a good map. It just lags. But yeah. But my homie, he was all like, "You do know that I'm always here, man." I was like, "I know, just give me some space." Because sometimes people do just need some space away from people, because sometimes they feel like overcrowded.
But like you have to admit though, them like at least like noticing that you're not feeling well and being there for you did like help you out a good bit. That helped out tremendously amount.
I mean, my bosses are still kind of like it's hard to say. Like, I know they're doing so much for the company, but at the same time, just get off my back and all that jazz. Yeah, you know,
like you're trying your best here.
Yeah. Like sometimes it's feel like overworked and all that stuff, but in the end of the day, I know they care. They're not just in it for stupid shit. But at the same time, I'm just like, just give me some space, please. I just want to just be left alone. And they knew that I was like not in a happy mood, to where they actually pulled me into their office and what's wrong. And so I told them that I lost my grandmother. And they actually like, they did care. And they said like, "Well, just know that if you ever need to like take time off, just know that we would understand," all that jazz. And so, yeah, it was a hard time for me and my family, just going through that loss. So she was like basically there in our lives and stuff. Because it, like, I hate to say it like this, but like, if a family member was like in my life and then out of it for like 10 years or like more than that, then I just don't have that connection that I used to have for them and all that jazz. It sucks to say it like that, but like it just happens to where like I had a distant grandma that I don't even know existed, and my mother, she was like a little upset, but she was crying, and I was like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "This person passed away." I was like, "Who's that?" Like, I don't mean in a mean way, but I'm just like, I just don't know who they are. It's like, she holds you as a baby. I was like, how am I supposed to remember that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. To me, it's like, I ain't trying to be mean, but like, I just can't feel that connection, like emotion, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like how, like, if you were to like lose a dog that's like been like right next to you since like you basically
I know that feeling, bro. It hurts.
Then,
that fucking hurts.
It punches you like a motherfucker, and that's
that was
what
more like a cut
just
to
like
me.
have like
It was a cut.
Yeah, like this was, like before my grandma passed, but I had a childhood friend that I'd known since basically when we were kids, eating mud pies on the side of the road. She passed away due to an overdose, and I felt like a deep, like, just sorrow and like sadness. Like, my whole family, they were crying too, but like I was like in my own like mentality. I was like, oh my fucking god, my fucking best friend just died. Like that type of moment.
Yeah.
And she was like near my age, and I was just like, dude, like this, it hurt. Like it wasn't like no like sudden like realization. No, it
felt like a sharp pain just like hit me in my heart.
It
Very
really
sad.
do. I'm just checking at the volume levels just in
I
case.
also kind of no,
Keep
you're
going.
good. No, and that's what also like kind of like fueled like my emptiness. Like all my friends are just like either dying or they're going away, and I was just like I kept on like shutting myself inward to where I just didn't want to feel hurt again. But come to realizing that I'm hurting myself in that way. I'm just not wanting to be connected to people that I still have to this day.
Yes.
so I just try to now to just be there for them as they were for me. So yeah. I want to be there now. I don't want to be in the sidelines anymore.
You at least want to be that inspiration just to make sure that people are at least like having a
Yeah.
good time in their day, no matter how bad it is. At least like somewhat good of your
Yeah,
of their
like
day.
yeah, like some of my coworkers, they have a bad day. I'm just like, hey, you, I'm here for you.
That's so
Now shut
that's
the
so
fuck up
nice
and
of you,
help me
man.
with this.
That's so nice of you, God.
Yeah, no,
This
I
is
try
this is
to.
exactly what I mean. He's a very amazing guy when you get to know him and stuff like that, and also he's even more nice, even around in the workplace. You see how it goes a long way when you show really compassion and that support for one another, especially in a very miserable work environment, because then that changes the atmosphere of it, which makes it feel better for the work.
Yeah, especially in summertimes. Summertimes, I tell you that. Just everybody. Like last night, I didn't get out of work until like near 1 in the morning, which I understand. Like we had to like do stuff because a high up was coming into our store to like see like if we did our job good enough or not. And so yeah, we stayed there, did a lot of work, and everybody was like feeling like tense and like tired and all that stuff. It's like, don't worry guys, we got this. We just gotta stay focused and just do what our bosses tell us, because we can't just half-ass the work. We actually want to get a good score, because if not, then we're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
By the end of it, we did good. We all high five and all that jazz, and we went home. Tired as hell, but we went home.
You were the MVP of that night, because I'm pretty sure that if you weren't there, a lot of people would have not have done as well of a job as
might be
you would.
muted.
Am I muted?
I think you were for a little bit.
What? Okay.
I
don't know.
if the camera caught it or not.
I'm pretty sure it did,
Just have
because
to go
it
through the
records
footage.
my audio regardless if I'm muted or not. So
Okay.
I just had a part. of
And
what
I'm
you
pretty
said until you
sure-
popped right back in.
how I have my stuff set up, it will still catch the audio in the game or not of VR chat as well, since OBS is an amazing software to use for like recording or streaming. I love it.
know.
But yeah,
Why not?
so other than that's he is the MVP for his work environment, because if he was not there, trust me, a lot of people would have felt miserable, very miserable.
Oh yeah. Especially how I work.
So
Because I make sure I do my job at least to some degree.
yep, and the fact that he's
So we can
able
all go home and just
Yeah.
go to sleep.
Yeah, the fact that he's able to still support people and make people like do well in the work environment, as well as like keeping himself like very high up to standard in a positive look, that's fucking incredible. That's so good. That's great. That's amazing. And we need more people like that.
Now look who's making me blush. Naughty, naughty.
I don't want to hear it. You called me cute. Yeah, I couldn't sleep because of it because I felt too like happy. All that you made me stay up way longer because of that.
You're welcome. I have that effect on people. I make them happy. So what of it?
They goddamn you, bro.
You're
But
talking
anyway,
Master Chief here, boy. Remember that.
yeah. But as I was saying, like it still goes a long way. Just always showing support to that one person, and I guarantee you, your work environment will change as long as you're being positive and showing positivity to others. I'm pretty sure if you worked at McDonald's, now people say it's hell working at McDonald's, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if you showed a nice and positive environment and just make it a chill environment, I guarantee you your work environment will be less stressful and more easygoing. Now, granted, you can't control the customers. The customers are just, they are what they are.
Yeah.
So, it really be like that. My man's really leaning on the table, bro. Oh my god.
Now listen here.
Let me lean back a little bit.
There you go. So, yeah, when we're like explaining, emptiness and stuff like that, the best way to deal with it is having support of others behind you. Because support takes you a long way.
Yeah, and also to really like show support to yourself, like you saying nice stuff to yourself in the mirror or something like that. Because I recently started doing this, saying like you are enough, you can do things you want to do, and that's sort of like building me up as a person again.
Yep. Another thing that I would recommend, as you're like talking about like self like,
Remember self-hate, it's bad. I went through that a lot, but majority of the time you just want to like love yourself instantly. You can't, because sometimes like emptiness falls around like, am I enough? Am I just all this? Like basically just like putting yourself down further and further and further down that dark hole that you're going towards. It first starts with the first thing of loving yourself and appreciating yourself and what you do about you. That's how you can build back up and all that. And also with the help of people too. It goes a long way.
Yeah. And then another thing that I was gonna put out there is seek help from professionals, because that could also go a long way.
Yes.
A lot. And there's been a lot more outlets where you can get professional help through the comfort of your own home. You don't have to drive out or anything, which is amazing. Since a lot of things are like going
shit
up and
out of your dog.
Yeah. If you have a pet, really love that pet. Try to play with that. Yeah.
Get that serotonin in your brain.
Yeah, or buy stuff that you never thought you would like, that you want. Treating yourself every once in a while makes you feel even better. No lie.
Oh yeah,
I've done that a lot with myself, and I bought many things for myself. I even bought myself like a whole like dish, like a collection that you can like have chopsticks with the whole Japanese like traditional like stuff where you can put the meat and stuff like that on it. It's fucking awesome. It's fucking awesome. It's some of that. I love it. And some of that really gets me going.
Well, yeah. Oh, the thing I bought was the entire collection editions of like the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit and all this stuff.
Like the books?
Extended edition.
Like the books or the movie?
I already have the books. I have.
Oh, so you have the movies?
We had the movies, but they're. Yeah, but I bought the extended edition for like extra hours worth of good footage.
Yeah, I'm a huge Assassin's Creed fan, so I bought majority of the books. I bought majority of the books. I don't have the latest ones yet, and I also have the movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love Assassin's Creed. I'm a huge Assassin's Creed like fan. I love the franchise to death.
Treat yourself. Don't forget.
Always treat yourself. If you treat yourself, it goes a long way. Trust me. Even Kermit says it.
Yeah.
Now it's Master Chief right now. Don't mind what's underneath the mask. Oh shit.
Teleported.
I accidentally sat in the exact same chair as you. Holy shit. I was sitting on your lap.
Oh man. Hey, we used to do that. Don't forget that.
Shut up.
Stop. Oh God, stop.
Don't need to put me out there. But
Alright,
anyway,
now time for me to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What was your emptiness?
oh, that's a good one because my emptiness was like a
Because all you said
sickness
was
to
just like
me.
middle school.
My emptiness goes a very long way. It went from middle school all the way up to high school, through my whole year of
Yeah.
high school. So I went through my emptiness phase through the whole year of middle school, through the whole year of. Actually, I can't say the whole year. Good, probably all the way up to junior year, and then senior year, I started getting better with my mental state, a good bit. So all the way up to. No,
it got
that's a lie.
bad
All the way through the
for my
years. No,
senior year.
no, it got way. No, it was pretty bad all the way through there. I'm lying to myself. See, I'm trying to be
Shit got
positive, but
bad.
yeah. So my emptiness was like
Yeah.
a sickness. I always looked like that one like edgy kid, but not like the stereotypical one, you know, that wears like the whole like shit like that. I did wear a good bit of
Yeah.
black, but I still like wearing my hoodie. My hoodie was my mom called me out on it, and I still can't stand it to this very day. But she was like, "Oh, you're wearing your safety blanket again?" I'm like, "Mom, no, please." And to be honest,
Mom,
my
please
jacket kind of was my safety blanket. I'm not gonna lie. I had like a safety blanket.
Yeah, I feel that.
And it was like the main thing. Like, and I don't. There's never been a time where I ever wore it. The only times that I never wore it is where you force me to not wear it, like a wedding or
Yeah.
something. That's how much I'm attached to this jacket. It's my true religion jacket. I love it a lot, and I can't help but to
Yeah.
wear it all the time. My man is struggling with the
Yeah.
chairs.
Robert, I'm trying
So,
to
yeah.
like lean back and not like. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. So.
Fuck it, we're standing. Let's go.
All right. Well, so when it comes to my emptiness was like I was really having internal conflict with myself of being, am I really worth it?
Yeah.
Am I really gonna be happy? Am I really gonna do this? Man, there's really nothing there. I'm just
Yeah.
blank. It's just a world of gray for me. I even wrote about it too. I actually wrote about it in my notebook actually of how I felt, and I usually write a lot when I was like feeling down and stuff like that. Writing also goes a long way. I love writing, believe it or not. I love writing. I haven't done it in a long while, but writing goes a long way. And I wrote so many things.
Yeah.
I wrote so many things about my
Same
point of
here.
view and
My
stuff like that.
yeah, I had a teacher in English class, and she would make us like write stuff from like the art.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote a lot of stuff, and I remember one time I made her cry.
And dude,
It was so like funny.
everyone in my group always tries their
Just like-
tries their best to steal my notebook every single time. Because every time when they
Yeah.
see me write something, they're like, "Oh my god, I want to read it. I want to read it." Because I relate to it a lot. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
how about no? You don't need to read it.
My shit.
And they always read it, and I get so
But,
embarrassed. I'm just like, "Ugh."
Yo, same man, same. It's fucking hilarious. But like legit,
Fucking Christ.
yeah, she cried because I wrote a story, and this was when my niece was born, and I told her that I would basically like take a bullet for that kid, or like try to my best to like save her life. She's like, God, it's just so, oh my god. I was like, yeah, please stop, you're embarrassing me.
Please stop. You're embarrassing me. I get it. I wrote my
Like,
heart
I love
into
you,
that, but
teacher,
please,
shut the fuck up.
like, stop it.
But please shut up. And she showed up to like, will we read to the class? I'm like, no,
No, we're not doing that. Thank God my teachers didn't read none.
Yeah, I
of it.
remember.
I only let my teacher read one thing, and that was like a farewell thing to my teacher because he was leaving the school, and I was pretty devastated and sad because he was the main thing that actually helped me through the whole year of high school. To be honest, like he really helped me out a lot. His like the way how he like he literally goes out of his way just to make sure the student is comfortable. Like there was one time my friend of mine was going through a lot and he just wanted to be alone, like nobody in the classroom, so he literally made everyone wait outside the classroom and wait till like got some breathing space and then let everybody in. Kid you not, he is by far the best teacher on the fucking planet, dude, and I love him to death. You know what, I should send him this video when I find his freaking Facebook and shit. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and you know who you are. I'm gonna send it to you when I find you. I'm going to do it.
He will find you.
I'm going to find you, and I'm gonna let you know that you're the main reason why I'm a happy person throughout this whole year, and also another reason why I can actually express myself doing this. So I'm going to find you, and then when I find you, I'm gonna send you this video. I'm gonna do it.
Just ignore the avatars.
Just ignore the avatars, ignore the filter of our language. I understand you never seen me ever swear in school, but you know, it's all war out here.
That's how my teachers were. Like I remember one time in like my English class, this was a different English class, but I was just like, God fucking damn, my teacher's like, language! I did not know you could say that. I was like, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Like
It just slipped out. Sorry. It slipped out. Just going through a lot, man. But yeah, many things, man. Yeah, but so many things goes a long way just to make sure you don't feel that emptiness. So when it came to my time, the main things that were helping me out a lot during that empty time was literally my teachers, especially one of them that I love so much. I love the other one, like I love like my other teachers as well. Like there were so many that really helped me out. They also supported me a lot. There was like one thing that was like, you know what, I'm gonna really try on this project just to see if they would notice me or not. Shit you not, one of my teachers said, bro, this is by far one of the best things you ever done all year, and I really like it a lot. I'm like, oh my god, that really that really like supported me. They did it so much. And I was like, bro, because English is like one of my favorite subjects and I like it a lot. She was like, bro, you could do a lot, please continue what you were doing. I'm like, oh my god, thank you so much. I'm gonna find that teacher as well. I'm gonna find you as well and send you this video. There's so many teachers. I'm gonna find you. Freaking find you. I gotta do it.
Yeah, majority of all my teachers, they were there for me whenever I needed help because I was having difficult times in school. And guess what? I almost got an A honor roll. So if any of my teachers, and you know my voice, if any of you teachers watch this video, know that I love you all for what you did for me. Don't forget that.
I love all my teachers for what you did for me. Like the ones that really looked out for me and stuff like that. I really love y'all. Yeah, I'm gonna say except for one as well. There's one that I don't like.
Fuck you. You were a bitch. Oh, you pissed me the hell off. And you know, geometry teacher, you would know who I am if you're watching this video.
I might send this video to Grod when we get done, so that's so you could like send this to all his like old teachers and stuff like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed the times. I really miss the times that I had with my teachers, especially with my history.
I do.
Teachers so much.
That's the only thing I miss about school.
Because
funny enough, the teacher's like, you're gonna miss it when you're gone. I'm like, no, I won't.
I'm not gonna miss it when I'm gone. The only thing I'm gonna miss is the ones that I actually really cared about, which was you guys the most.
Yeah.
And it's sad because all the teachers that I like are not in my school no more, dude. They're gone. They're gone.
Oh man.
And I'm so sad about that. But I'm also happy because the school was a piece of shit anyway. And y'all know y'all was a piece of shit. So just letting that be known. Y'all had some great moments, don't get me wrong, but some of y'all systems were a piece of shit and y'all know it.
My principal and my assistant principal were pretty good. Like when I was walking down the graduation, I remember I was shaking my principal's hand. And before, like during classrooms and stuff, I actually have told him, like, I was like, hey yo, principal, he's like, yeah, what's up? I was like, when I graduate, and I will graduate, you better tell me what's that tattoo mean on your arm. And it's like, damn right I will. And so straight up, like as I like got done like shaking his hand and shit, I was like, I straight up like grabbed his hand, like turned it. I was like, all right, tell me right now before I have to go and meet my family. It's like,
all right, so this means hope and to like always strive for like greatness and stuff and like keep that motivation going. And it was like in Japanese and shit.
Dude,
so,
that
like,
is
he just
awesome.
Said that, I was just like,
that's so fucking
yeah,
awesome.
that's what I'm saying. So he straight up says it every time, like in the auditorium, is like, if y'all graduate, I'll tell you what this means, and I want you to never forget what it means. I was like, bet, bitch, I'm gonna graduate just for you. And so yeah, and so I did, and yeah, I was happy that day.
When it came to
and I also got like $150. I was like, hey,
oh yeah,
from family. Just like, you did good. Here you go. I was like,
dude, I'm not gonna lie. When it came to my graduation moments, I'm not gonna lie. It was like an amazing experience because I was almost gonna fail high school. I was almost gonna fail to the point I got to repeat senior year. But I skinned it by the teeth. But I'm really happy because I still remember that note that I have. I still have your note, by the way. It's in my notebook. I still have it. I should read it. I should read it. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna read it just to make sure you know who you are. Actually, let me get my notebook. I need to read it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it. You keep going with your story until I find it.
No, you're good. I will say this. I was in your kind of situation. There was this one teacher, love her to death. Like, she helped me since like basically from freshman all the way to senior year, and she's been there for me through neck and thin. Yeah. And if you're out there, just know that you are an MVP, and I always appreciate you for sticking with my bullshit. Like, I was a pain in the ass. I was just like, I don't want to do this. She's like, please, you have to do it if you want to go in life. I was like, I know, but like, I'm tired of doing it. She's like, I know you're tired.
I found it.
Please do this.
It's on one of my report cards.
And I love you for that. I don't give a shit. No, not about you. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna say your name. Miss Harp, you were the fucking MVP, and I'll always love you for it. If you're watching this video.
Dude, it was
which
crazy.
I doubt it, but if you do, just know me, you know my voice, you know how I was. I'll always forever thank you. But what does the note say?
Dude, okay, so this is on my report card. So I'm not gonna say my legal name, but it says my name first, and then it says, I have thoroughly enjoyed getting to know wait. He wrote this in chicken scratch. Hold on. I've thoroughly enjoyed getting to know I cannot read. I'm dyslexic. Please give me time. I thoroughly enjoyed getting to know you. I'm just gonna put that over there. Over the past 3 years, it's over the year. History. There's oh yeah, and he lists the other classes that we've been together in. So I had this teacher multiple times, and I love him to death. He was one of my favorite teachers, and that's why. And we had him. I make sure I had him multiple times. So he tells about that I thoroughly enjoy getting to know you over these past 3 years. History, thesis, social studies, skills, and being on my enrolled students, you know. I won't tell you how he says, I won't tell you how proud I am of you. You entered my first hour study skills 3 years ago as a nervous, quiet, and expressive freshman. So he remembered like back then when I was like very shy and very quiet, expressless and stuff like that. And while now you are mature, confident, and self-educating senior, and you are capable of many great things, as lots of you as you are. Keep working hard and stay focused. I will miss you. I will miss you every morning, and keep me posted on how the year year in progress.
I got my yearbook here, and I forgot that I had people signed it.
Yeah, and it is more too.
This is what my bro, like as my brother said.
Yeah. There's more
sorry,
too.
but this is what my
Yeah, hold
brother
on.
says. Like, may our souls keep us as bros, dear friend. I was like, goddamn,
Dude, that hit hard.
you goddamn dude.
And then there was
Yeah,
like more
I
to it,
heard
and
it,
he
man.
was like,
That sounds pretty good.
he said, "You have worked too hard
Yeah.
to let anything slip now. You have always tried to support. I always tried to support you, and that I will never change. Swore that will never change. The only thing that would change is that the support would be from coming from further far away, which really made me sad, but it is." And stuff like that, and then he says that I can't wait to give a speech about you in my senior breakfast, which that's what we had for us people who, you know, getting close to graduating. And then he wrote a PS on here saying, "Keep an eye on my brother. Keep an eye on my actual biological brother for me, because he was a troublemaker a little bit in high school, but he still loved him as well, just as much as me." So yeah. So I read this, and you know who you are. That you wrote you. I had you in my first grade. Not first grade, but in my freshman year in study skills. You know who you are. I'm gonna say it to Mr. Evans. Yeah, it's you. Yeah, I love you to death, bro. And I can't wait to send you this video if I find you. If I find you, you better comment on this video. Please comment on this video, or better yet, you just respond to me a message. I don't care. But yeah, it really meant a lot to me.
Yeah,
it really did.
Awesome.
So the fact that he went through so many lengths of way just to make sure every student was comfortable and stuff like that, and also going through many things. And plus, I'll admit that sometimes we were a handful, but other than that, we always made sure that we support him a lot. Here. A lot. Like, we really had that bond like so much throughout the whole year. Like, if someone ever tried to diss on Mr. Evans, we literally will back him up like so quickly. Like, not even kidding.
Yeah,
no joke. So when a teacher has this, if you had an impact on a student that much, that goes a long way, and you really did, and I truly am so thankful for that.
Yeah. I have this one, and she wrote it in here. I totally forgot that she did. She said, "Dear God," as in my real name, "I'm going to miss you at school. I am sure you are going to do some great things. Come back and see us. Love, Miss Heart." Or Miss Heart. I think it's Heart. But I'll never forget you, Miss Heart. Never.
Yeah, and that goes to all the teachers, especially Miss Mancini and Miss Dorr and all the other people that I've had throughout the years.
For me.
I really enjoy all of you guys, and you guys were so amazing, and you guys were awesome teachers, by far the greatest of all time, that I dare may say. Oh, yeah. And there's some old teachers as well that I want to bring up, and there's some also other side like people as well that I want to, like Miss Cooper, for instance. She was like a person that helps me out because I learn a bit slower than most people, so usually they put me in a program so they put me in a program like all the time where like I get like extra help just in case, so that I can like succeed. And there was a lot of people. There was like Miss Cooper, that was in elementary school. Miss Wright, I remember you. I have not forgot about you, but I don't know where you are in today. I hope you're doing fine. There's so much more.
Dude, there was a guy named Mr. Peacock. He was the best substitute teacher ever. He was a Vietnam War veteran, and so whoever's out there that sees a war veteran of Vietnam, always shake their hand and tell them welcome home, because they never got that luxury when they came home.
Yeah, they never got that,
because they've been battling this emptiness far longer than we have ever.
So be there for them and tell them that they did their best as they could.
Yeah. So
I always make sure, because whenever I work there, I always make sure I go to that person and I shake their hand and say, "Thank you for your service and welcome home, sir."
Yes.
And dude, their emotions just like drives me to like up to my car. I'm like, God damn, he looks like he's about to break down to tears.
Yeah. So
like it does a lot for people.
Yeah. It does a lot. It goes a long way. All right, let's see how long we've been recording for. We have been recording for almost an hour.
An hour.
We recorded for almost an hour.
Discussions are true.
Yes. I love this series so much. I love it too much, and I'm gonna keep going for even higher
It's a
and
good
more.
series.
Yeah. I think we're gonna end it there. I think we express probably enough
Yeah.
like where we got our points
Like,
across and stuff like that.
yeah.
And hopefully. So overall, to summarize this, so conclusion based, no matter what
Yeah.
feelings you're going through, that's emptiness and stuff like that, getting help brings you a very, very long way and gets you very, very farther into
Yes.
the livelihood of society and in the world itself, and also helps you out with your mental state a lot. So getting support of
And
friends,
don't forget,
seeking professional
you're not
help,
alone.
and you're not alone. Never forget that. You're never
You're
alone.
never alone.
You may think that like, oh, this is just only happening to me.
No, it happens to everybody, even to the great people in life, like Mike Tyson.
And sometimes even like famous people like Johnny Depp. He was going through a lot. He had
Yes, he's a
that, the
perfect
whole
example.
court case, and he was going through a lot. He felt empty, but he won that court case because he kept strong.
And he
had the support
that,
of his
like,
fan base too. His
this
fan
has to
base loved
happen.
him. His fan
That
base
and his
truly loved
family,
him.
and even some of Emma Heard's family were supporting him. Even his
Yeah.
friends that work in other movies too. So yeah, don't forget that if you're alone, you have people. Make sure you reach out to them for help, and also like what he said, get professional help.
Don't forget that you are loved, you are cared. Don't forget that.
Always think nice things about you. Don't ever forget that.
All right.
Love yourself
so-
before you try to do something.
Yep, and we reached the hour mark, so we're gonna call it there. This is ArizenjiTSF, aka you can call me Mail, whatever. So yeah, you can call me Mail. I have multiple nicknames, but you can say Mail. This is my great dear friend, buddy, Grod, and this has been Ronin Minds, and
it's been
I
a
really
luxury.
appreciate it. Yep.
It's a luxury to be on here, and I was happy to be here.
Yes, I'm very happy to have
Express
you on
what
the show.
I've been through and all that.
I'm happy to. I'm glad that we bring you on again. This was amazing, and I truly love it.
I would love to come back.
Yes, absolutely. Another thing. I'm gonna do another Ronin's Minds episode. I'm gonna be bringing on another guest. So I can't wait for that. And the topic is gonna be self-confidence. I got the perfect person for that. So stay tuned for that. I'm probably gonna do that next week on Monday. So be on the lookout for that. Can't wait. And
Stay tuned.
Mr. Evans, I'm going to find you. And when I find you, I'm going to send you this video. Hopefully you enjoy it on your free time, whatever, if you get the chance. And yeah. So this has been Ronin Minds. And thank you, Grod, for joining me. It's been amazing and a blast. This is by far one of my favorite episodes.
Just my pleasure.
This had to be by far one of my favorite episodes. As of right now, since I
I
get
like this.
doing this. So, thank you all for coming.
I was your first guest.
Yep, you're my first guest, and can't wait to add more people onto the show. So,
And I can't
this
wait to
has
watch
been-
that.
Yep, this has been ArizenjiTSF. My fellow Ronins, I would like to see you guys on the flip side on the next adventure of what we can have. See you later.
See you around, Ronins.